Hey, how you doing? This is Coach Frank Bisarek, and today we're going to look a little bit at the first base responsibilities. Now, a lot of times those coaches take for granted that either younger kids, let's say 9, 10s, all the way to 13s, understand and know what their responsibilities are on the diamond. But what we're going to do in this series is we're going to walk through the different responsibilities of the different positions one by one, keeping it brief, but kind of giving an idea. Now, I got a little wind. I got some background noise at the ballpark today with trucks and stuff. So hopefully, you can hear this and understand it. If not, hey, we'll do it again somewhere else. Anyway, so if you can tell, since I can't get the whole shot in, this is first base. Now, a lot of times at the youth level, up to certain ages, they have a secondary base, which is orange. So if you're playing first base, and you're trying to make a play, that runner's going to run there to help cause collision. So to do to grab an out, which we'll go over in a moment, if I'm receiving the ball, we want to know where we stand. We definitely don't want to stand on this outer base. So if you can see on the video, this outer base, that's what it's for. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is first base, and you've got all of this area up towards where the pitcher may cover, and then towards where you and the second baseman meet that you need to be responsible for. Now, in this area, it depends on where your coach plays you. He may or she may play you up. A lot of times with no runners on, especially at the youth level, I'm going to play right about where the baseline is. And the baseline is, let's say you drew a straight line between first base and second base. So that's where a lot of times I'll play it, because in youth baseball, there's not a lot of hot shots to first base. Now, if we have a left-handed batter, I'm going to move this individual back a little bit. But where do I stand besides that? How far off the base? You'll see some, especially in the youth level, you guys and gals tend to get closer to the bag because you want to make sure you're there to make the play. You need to be out where you can cover that distance between the second baseman and you still feel comfortable at getting over to first. So this is about the area. If you can see where I'm at, let's count it off stepwise. If you use your own steps, a lot of times it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 good steps. Turn yourself and then back up 1, 2 steps, unless the coach tells you. Now I'm just off the baseline. If somebody's running, I shouldn't have a problem. I don't have a runner on base right now, so that's not an issue. So let's go 4 steps, 2 back. If the coach says you're playing in, you're going in the baseline, 4 steps, 1, 2 steps in. Now we're ready if we're trying to either shut a run off at home, or we feel like maybe someone may bunt the ball, or there may be a player that just doesn't have the strength to hit the ball out in most occasions, okay, to you. So again, 4 out, 2 back. Now I'm ready. When that ball comes, I'm going to sprint over there. If the ball's not hit towards me, my responsibility ball-wise is anything hit around me here, even if it's a little bit towards the second baseman, right? Because if the ball's hit about here, if you can see the bag, I know I don't think on the video you can see second baseman, but this is really kind of in between the first baseman and the second baseman plays. So depending on how your coach teaches you, what I would teach in that scenario is I want that individual down already, ball's hit, we take a turn step and we try to get in front of the ball. We're going to use a backhand to grab that ball, center feet, and turn, because our pitcher should be taught, and if not, then that's on the coach, not you players. The pitcher will be taught to come and cover the bag. So your first responsibility always is going to be ball. So if that ball is anywhere where you can get it, your first responsibility is ball. If the ball is hit close up here, I can come receive the ball, get up, and then sprint and try to hit the inside of the bag and come forward. I don't want to sprint across the bag because, again, we have a safety bag. Even if we don't, if I run across the bag, I'm setting myself up to be hit. Don't be afraid to get hit. The ball's hit up, it's close, you receive the ball, you turn, and you sprint and head up the line. Boom. Just like that. Okay? Now, how do I receive the ball? Let's say the ball's hit on that side of the field, anywhere where I don't have first responsibility. Again, my first responsibility is ball. After ball, my next responsibility is base, okay? Or bag, however you want to say it, but I say base. So if I'm ready, pitch goes, I'm down the ready, my hands are low, boom, ball's hit that way. I'm not going to watch that ball. I already know it's over there. I cannot get to that ball, okay? So my first responsibility is to turn, run over here as quick as I can, and I'm going to find the bag with my throwing hand, and I'm going to face. Now I'm waiting for that throw to come. Throw's coming. Now it's getting closer to me. Now I stride, boom, and I receive the ball, okay? Try to time the step out to receive the ball and as soon as your foot hits. You don't want to stride out, and then the ball's over there, you're stuck. You can't get to the ball. If you stride too soon, ball's hit over there, you're already ready like this, the ball's hitting the hair high. If the ball's thrown higher than me, it'd be pretty tough to jump. If I'm here, I'm ready. I can jump high. I can get off the bag if need be. Remember, your job is to get that ball. If it's off the bag, get off the bag. Easily with my feet like this, and then straight out. So again, receiving the ball at first, I'm loose. Feet are moving, pitch is coming, now I'm in the ready. Boom, ball's hit over there, sprint over here, and boom. Okay? That's first base in a nutshell. There's a lot of other responsibilities, depending on the situation, but what I want you to do is just understand the basics of first base. Your first job is ball. Go get the ball. If it's in an area where it's going to pull you too far off, or somebody calls it, if it's in between you and the second baseman, he calls it, then you take bag, okay? Bag's number 2. So you got ball and your bag, and we'll worry about backup later. We'll talk about that later. Again, this is Coach Frank. A quick synopsis on the responsibilities. Oops. Oh, and hold on to the ball at first base. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.